Sup shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we're going to be checking out a track by an artist named JC Lane titled I Can't Dance. Without further ado, we're going to switch over to here. We also see we have the album art over here and down here. I've realized that I have my webcam up here, so it kind of obscures it a little bit. I'll figure that one out as we go along. And we've also got Luminal here. And yeah, this is I Can't Dance. We're going to listen to it from start till finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Oh, that nice kind of filtered intro.
I see you. Don't even think about bringing that in here. And
Oh.
who's stolen the fire extinguisher?
The high school disco in full swing.
Damn, that was a really smooth intro. I quite liked it. You kind of had that kind of what is it, like formal kind of dance party, kind of teenage, kind of high school kind of vibe to it.
Everybody's talking, I can't hear a thing. And then that bass drops, I wanna move. Shame God didn't give me that groove.
This is like pretty much flawless production. Everything's staged really well. It's nice and loud without being overbearing or pumping. You know, the guitars, the bass, the drums, and everything like that are positioned really well in the stereo field, and the EQing has been done exceptionally well. I'm really impressed. And the vocals, like they're sitting in there really nicely. They don't feel like they're being crushed.
Shame God didn't give me that groove. Get me out of here.
Nice little bridge, eh?
Get me out of here. I can't dance, in my mind I can't. Nobody ever wants to take my hand. I can't dance, in my mind I can't. Nobody ever wants to take my hand.
That's a really smooth hook. Just the verse, the bridge, / pre-chorus, and the chorus they all have their own identities and they flow really well into each other. It's got a very kind of pristine, professional kind of vibe to it, this single. And you know, considering it's the first release on their Spotify, I'm really impressed with this first impression. It's been really done. You know, there was an increase in the intensity of the instruments there. There's a little bit louder especially with those overdriven kind of rhythm guitars, but it worked really well. You could still hear the vocalist clearly. And that I Can't Dance kind of being repeated, that main message. Nobody wants to take my hand, and kind of doing that twice. It's very simple, easy to understand lyrics that will get stuck in your head. And there's a sort of a clear tone of sort of frustration in the vocal delivery there. By the singer, kind of that works well with the subject matter. Again, and we're repeating those melodies in that hook. Da 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 da. Like that repetition there is really clever. Again, when you got a single, you can't really have a really long track, right? I mean, this is 3 minutes. This is sub 3 minutes. I mean, this is the perfect length for a single. A lot of thought has obviously gone into this from start to finish. I can't fault it thus far. And just those little repetitions and melodies just kind of really cement and anchor it. Shift in dynamics.
I'm not drunk. The Lonely Hearts Club just asked me to lunch. Could it get worse? The greater bull burst. Now there's stuff floating in my drink.
Now there's stuff floating in your drink.
Get me out of here, get me out of here. I can't dance, in my mind I can't.
I Can't Dance. Sorry, is it an I Can't Dance in my mind? I can't.
Ever wants to take my hand.
Nobody wants to take my hand.
Can't dance, in my mind I can't. Nobody ever wants to take my hand.
Oh, okay, and that's a real interesting chord they finish with in the progression as well. It's good for looping it. It doesn't resolve it or finish it. It tells you that something else is happening afterwards. That synth is pretty groovy as well. I'm getting an interesting kind of vibe from the lyrics when you listen to it in perspective. Stuff in your drink, take a cab, get me home, I can't dance. There's several ways you could interpret this. that fill was fantastic. There's a lot going on in this track. There's a lot to appreciate and sort of respect within it. There, as I mentioned before, there's a clear distinction, and that interlude kind of bit was no different.
Dance in my mind I can. Nobody ever wants to take my hand. I can dance in my mind I can. Nobody ever wants to take my hand. I can dance in my mind I can.
So like, I'm just trying to understand the song before we finish so that I can conclude. So I don't go on a tangent about it, you know? The song is about someone who's at a party or somewhere. That line about something floating in the drink, that kind of sticks with me a little bit. I don't know how to take that part. Yeah, the rest of it makes sense. Obviously, you know, like if you feel awkward at a party, you know, you want to get taken home by someone, but can she actually dance? And it's all in her head, or yeah, I guess she just wants to move, but also call a cab. This kind of reminds me of alt rock production in the mid 2000s, like the late noughties. It reminds me a lot of how Paramore was back in that time, like before they kind of got a bit cleaner and sort of more poppy with their kind of stuff. Like, did the party just get a bit out of hand and people started bringing out all sorts of stuff, you know? Things get a bit too crazy at the party. She just wanted to get out. I think this is a track I'm going to think about for the rest of the day, primarily because on that listen, like, I heard the lyrics. I'll just be right back. I think I kind of get it. I think after listening to that verse again, I kind of get what's happening. The woman just can't dance. She wants to. She really wants to vibe with the rest of the people at the party. She just can't though, because she doesn't have that ability, and she notes that in the song, and she's trying to get drunk to sort of enjoy herself and all that kind of, you know, all that kind of thing. And then eventually she's like, I guess get me home out of the club. Like, she's frustrated because she wants to be able to do what everyone else is doing, but she can't. I may have it completely wrong. That's just my interpretation of the lyrics. I'm hoping I'm not too far off with that. Again, this is not that I think the lyrics are bad or anything. I think they're really cool. Again, they make a lot of sense. It's just a really interesting angle. I'm not used to hearing this side of stories before. Typically, it's a lot less nuanced than this. It's typically, oh, I am dancing at the club, or no, I don't like dancing at the club. To have this kind of disagreement between both of those things, kind of meet in the middle, being like, I want to dance, but I can't. So I'm trying to, you know, it's a really well told story, actually. I'm quite impressed with this. I think this has been incredibly well done, and these guys have a future in music and in the music industry. I mean, it's clear to me that they're all very talented. The performance was on point. There was no weak points in it. They knew to reduce and increase those dynamic levels and stuff like that, and those energy levels. And there was nothing in it that was filler for a moment. It's great fun. Really good time. That's basically my review of this track. I Can't Dance. Hopefully it wasn't too disjointed. Hopefully you enjoyed my review, but more importantly, hopefully you enjoyed the music. Again, I can't really fault it. Those lyrics, I'm gonna be thinking about them for the rest of the day. I guess because I can kind of relate as someone who can't really dance. I can kind of relate. It got a bit too real for a sec because I could imagine myself in that position, right? And that's sort of the point of music. It's meant to sort of get you into its world and kind of make you feel what it's about. So in that case, this music is incredibly successful because I got sucked into it. That is what music is meant to do. So that's fantastic. Please do check out JC Lane's social medias as well as Luminal, who's got credited in that track there on the screen. And stay cool, stay safe, and please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as you need the help more than ever with the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review. Spider hands up.